Hi, it's Matt from XL Pro Tech, and today I want to talk about the claim procedure for Royal Mail's delivery service. So, a few months ago actually, this story starts when I sent an SSD via Royal Mail First Class to a customer over in Scotland. And unfortunately, after a few days, the customer rang and said, "I haven't received my item, where is it?" So I gave them the tracking number, but the tracking number basically said, when I checked on it, that the item had been posted at my local post office where I did post it, but it did not actually have any tracking information after that. So basically I had to refund my customer because the tracking information basically said there wasn't, there wasn't any tracking information on it basically after the postage. So I gave the customer the money back, and then after about 15 days, which is Royal Mail's normal procedure of posting it, I filled in a claim form and claimed for the loss of the item. So after about 10 days, maybe 15, I think, they sent me a letter and said, "Yes, we've received your claim form and we'll get on with dealing with it." So it was probably about 30 days after that I received a letter from them that said, "We tried to contact the person that you tried to send the item to, and they didn't respond, so we will assume that they have received the item." How ridiculous. It's that they think because they haven't responded, they must have received the item. Wow. So, basically I tried to get in touch with the guy. I sent him an email and just said, "Have you received this letter? Please reply. And if you have, and you haven't sent it, please send it across the Royal Mail." So, anyway, I basically got Royal Mail I rang them up and said, "Reopen the case. They haven't received the item. There's no tracking on this for a start. You haven't updated any of the tracking information, and the customer hasn't got it." So, and what I was trying to explain to the person was that if Royal Mail have lost something of mine, there's no reason, or there's no incentive for me to call, to send this bit of paper back through the post. So, why would they expect that they wouldn't reply to the letter that they sent if they'd received the item? It's just plain ridiculous in my opinion. So, basically I sent the email to the guy and said, have you received it, etc., etc. And he replied, but he was really angry. He was like, "Well, yeah, I received the letter and I shoved it in the bin straight away because, why should I send that letter back to them? Why should I walk to the post office? Why should I walk to the post box to send that letter? When they've not provided the service, or or if you've not even posted it." But obviously I'd posted the item, but it was Royal Mail who failed to deliver the item, failed to provide the service that I paid for. But it's really a bit of a shocking thing, and I'm assuming that Royal Mail will get away with it in some cases. That if your customer doesn't respond to them, they will basically fob you off with this letter that says they haven't replied. We'll assume that they have got it. And there's nothing as well, it's not a tracked letter that they send, so they don't even know if that person has got the letter. They just assume that they have got the letter. So yeah, I got Royal Mail to open the case up. I explained to them that their procedure was utterly rubbish, and yeah, eventually, probably about 15 days again after that, I finally received a check from them for the lost item. So this video is basically to tell people, if you're going through the same thing, don't let them fob you off. Ring them up, tell them that the customer, you don't have any contact details from them, you haven't got a way to get in contact with them. Tell them that the reason, even if they have received the letter, if they have received the letter, they're probably too angry, and there's no incentive for them to post it. And why should they? When Royal Mail have failed to provide the service that has been paid for. And yeah, basically state those facts at them, and all being well, you should receive your check from them. And yeah, tell them that their procedure for claiming is ridiculous. So yeah, that's my story of the Royal Mail claims procedure. Hopefully, if you're going through the same thing, you can use what I've just told you to basically get your money back if an item has been lost in the post via Royal Mail. And hopefully maybe we can get them to change that procedure so that it makes sense and that it's more logical. So this has been Matt from XL Pro Tech. Hopefully you've learned something today about Royal Mail's claim procedure and how ridiculous it is. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Matt. Goodbye.